Hey guys, Storm1092 again. We're in my garage here. This is my 1988 Suzuki LT300. It's older than I am, but today we're going to be changing oil on it. And I'm going to show you how. First of all, what you'll need is a ratchet. 21 millimeter. I believe a 13/16 will also do. And a 10 millimeter wrench or ratchet for the filter. Also, you'll need a drain bucket, and if you noticed, I'm wearing nitrile gloves because I don't like oil on my hand because I don't want to be all dried and cracked by the time I'm 30. So let's get to it. All right, a couple things you need to see here. There's your sight glass right down there. This is the right side of the vehicle. There's your sight glass, all right? That tells you if it's full or not. Right below that, in this little triangle shaped thing, there's your oil filter housing. And underneath, it's gonna be hard to see, right there, there's your drain plug. So, I'm gonna try to do this one-handed. What you're gonna wanna do, stick your drain plug underneath. Make sure you're loosening. And help if I was loosening. Alright. Then, this is where the magic of the gloves come in. And there it comes. Actually, it doesn't look terrible. I know I got a little bit of leak in this thing, so it gets topped off quite regularly. But now, you can move on to the oil filter. While that's draining, I just got a wrench for this. Could probably use a ratchet would be better. But these are just cap nuts, which you can just take off pretty much by hand. They're not that tight. And then that will drain. Also, take the last one out. And there is your filter. Now make sure this O-ring's in good shape. I don't think I've ever needed one yet. I usually do this in the spring, once in the fall. I don't drive it much in the winter, so. Here's your filter element. Actually doesn't look too bad, but be on the safe side and replace it. Now let that drain for a little while and go get my other stuff ready. Now what I'm going to be using is I get these all the time. These are the ones that I run for some reason. Let's try to focus it on it. HF132, the high flow filter. They're like $4 on eBay and Amazon. For oil, we're going to be using Castrol Activo Extra 4T 10W40 on this guy. You can pick this up at Walmart. Alright, we're back. Now, usually I use the Valvoline ATV oil, but this has the 1040 in it, and it has something to do with clutches where you have to use certain oils. But that'll do for now. And it's part synthetic, so it's even better. So, what you do is now that it's done draining, you take your filter and you put it back in. There's a spot that it sits in. And this is this cover only goes on one way. And finding which way it goes on is always fun. There it is. Put the cap nuts back on. Sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed too. and pay attention to where I'm looking with the camera. But filters in, tighten those down. Not very tight. They're 10 mil bolts. Don't want to strip them. This thing's an 88. I don't know if it's fragile or not. I already ripped a hole in my glove. Take this guy, stick it back in. You'll be right at home if you've ever done an oil change on a car. It's the same concept. Alright, take your wrench. You don't need to go very tight. That's plenty, because the gasket's what seals, not the tightness of those threads. Alright, here's your fill. I'm about to lose my glove here because it's all ripping. This even says SAE 1040, but 1.6 quarts of it. Now, I need to go get my filter. Or my funnel, that is. Alright, now we're going to fill it with these guys, 1.6 quarts, according to my service manual. Which, funnels make life better. That's pretty clean oil too. Wow. But these funnels are pretty nice. I don't know if you can tell, but they have filters, screens in the bottom of them. Kind of slows the pour a little bit, but it's very good. Sorry, my nose is running. It's kind of chilly out here. Getting ready for the season. There's one. Now, we're going to kind of eyeball it. It's not rocket science here, it's motor oil. Especially in something like this. I mean, you don't want to be too much overfilled, but a little bit ain't going to hurt nothing. So I know 0.6 is a little bit more than half. That's close enough for my liking. I'll let that drain a little bit. But this is the key to making your stuff last right here, is this kind of maintenance. Alright, let that drain into the empty quart. Now, you take your plug. Tighten it finger tight. There's a reason why they don't have a hex head or anything on them, because it's the gasket that seals, not the tightness of it. You just got to get it tight enough so it doesn't leak out, but I always like to clean it up a little bit. Just to keep the minimum crap going everywhere. It's going to get dirty down the road, so don't get too concerned about it. But that is how you change oil on a 1988 Suzuki LT300e. The E stands for electric, I'm assuming, because I have on, clutch, start. And I was running it beforehand to warm the oil up too. But it works pretty good. It starts right up. It's in very good shape for its age. But that's it. Thank you for watching.